whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello and welcome to some more GLSCL action here at Foundation Field. A cloudy day, some rain probably on the way in maybe 30-40 minutes, but we will just get things underway here from Hamilton, Ohio. Blake Griffin, Luke Westpoli alongside, bringing you game number 2 of a 2-game mini-series between the Hamilton Joes and the Xenia Scouts, after the Scouts took the close one 4-3 just about 24 hours ago. It was a pitcher's duel to the end, and the Joes just did not have the offense to get things going. We got a beautiful first pitch just a bit outside. Calibration there at the dish. Bringing an Ohio representative to throw the first pitch. Love to support the politicians. They're going to do the lineups here at Foundation Field, so we'll do the same. The Kettering Health starting lineups here for your Hamilton Joes. Leading things off is Walker Bridges. He'll play second base for the first time this season. Andrew Patrick will play third base and bat second. Batting third, Parker Lester. He'll play first base. Ivan Look will start behind the dish today. He'll bat in the 4-hole. Batting fifth, Cal Brazier. He'll DH tonight. Bennett Clement in the 6. He'll play center field. Batting 7th is Clay Banalak. He'll play shortstop. Steven Stigler, once again, making another appearance in the lineup. He'll bat 8th and play left field. And round things off, Caden Konzak in the 9-hole to round things out for the Joes. He'll play right field, facing off against Evan Etchison, who has been one of the guys that has kind of had the Joes number this season.
Yeah, Evan Etchison's been very, very good for the Xenia Scouts this year. In 32 2/3 innings pitched, 33 strikeouts to just 8 walks with a 1.65 ERA. Certainly having a great year for the Scouts. This is a Scouts team that is filled with starting pitchers that can really deal. So it'll be interesting to see if the Joes bats are able to do anything in response of last night when they really went cold late.
Yeah, it was a bit of a kind of cliff that the Joes offense fell off of. Out of nowhere, the Joes were unable to get base runners in the back half of the game. As we take a look back to last game, saw the last run of the Joes scratched across in the 5th and only had 3 base runners from the 6th to the 9th. As Josh Lazier will walk his way to the mound to lead things off on the mound for the Joes. A bit of a mismatch out there in the field with everybody trying to get back to their more college positions, with Andrew Patrick making his way back into the infield where he played a lot of games out there for Wright State. But gonna try to keep things quite calm behind Josh Lazier, who is that kind of guy that will just come out and be that calming presence on the bump.
Yeah, we talked about he and Clay Brock, really pitchers you can rely on to just provide quality starts for you. And good to see Josh on the mound in a game where the Joes could really use a win. If they were able to win this game, they would move into playoff position heading into the matchup here at Foundation Field with the Cincinnati Steam tomorrow.
Joes controlling their own destiny down this last 6-game stretch, playing the Steam 3 more times and the Scouts 3 more times if you count this game. 2 days off, Sunday and Monday, then play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, have Friday, Saturday off, and round off the regular season on Sunday. That's next Sunday, not this one, so don't get too disappointed, as the Joes will still have just another week of baseball. Look to hunt down that last playoff spot with Licking County once again playing in Sandusky, as we'll keep you posted on that one, as we're all big Teller fans tonight. Leading thing off will be Tyler Haskins, who had himself quite the day yesterday. Was behind the dish, gets the night off from there. Had a 3-hit ball game yesterday, went 3 for 4. A double, 2 singles, an RBI, 2 runs scored, and a walk. As the first pitch, we'll find the inside corner in there for strike 1. First pitch of the game, 7:03, just 2 minutes before our scheduled start. As the 0-1, also going to find the inside corner. We'd have to find out how many times Joes have actually started at 7:05, because I feel like we're always early.
It's mostly 7 o'clock, yeah. Between 7 and 7:05 starts.
Josh Lazier pumping it here early, back-to-back fastballs, finding the zone. That one just going to miss inside. 84 on that one, as that was 94 rather, sorry.
Yeah, sitting 93, 94 right now on the fastball. 3 in a row to start this game.
I was about to say, that did not look like a changeup whatsoever.
Did not look like an 84-mile-an-hour pitch.
The 1-2. Sticking with the fastball once again. We'll call on Walker Bridges to make the play out at second. He'll fire across to Parker Lester in time. 4 pitches to retire Tyler Haskins. The Joes could not do that until late in the game yesterday. Had breached 3 times in a row. Was finally retired in the 8th, but takes just 1 inning from Josh Lazier to get things rolling here at Foundation Field. We got Kyle Wu, as he'll slap that one again to Walker Bridges. He will underhand it. Josh Lazier having a good time so far. Retired 2 straight scouts to start things off.
Yeah, for Lazier, 17 strikeouts in 24 innings so far through 5 starts. Not a guy necessarily that you're going to get a strikeout from every single inning, but he gets those outs pretty much in every way you can think of.
A lot of weak contact we're going to see tonight from Josh Lazier. As Tommy Rover shoots that one, Clay Badalak in the hole, unable to hold on to it. Bounced away from him. Will be an infield single for Tommy Rover, but the scouts just kind of hopping on Lazier early, not kind of waiting around and letting the at-bats get deep.
Yeah, they've attacked him. Couple pitches for Tyler Haskins that found the zone, but not really good pitches to hit despite them being called strikes. Everything that Lazier's offered them, they're able to put in play, they've done.
Bring up Ross Smith, as that one will find the outside corner. 92 on that one. I've yet to see Walker Bridges out there at second this season. It seemed very comfortable out there making 2 straight plays. The balls will always find you when you're a new guy in a new spot. So that one in the dirt, blocked by Evan Ulrich at the plate. Ross Smith hitting .344 in the month of July. Barring Jared Eaton, best hitter for the Scouts in the month, as he hits that one right back up the middle. The second hit of the inning for the Scouts. Puts 2 runners on with 2 outs, and bring up Jeffrey Hurd. Speaking of Jared Eaton, we will not see him any longer paying the Joes. The Joes killer is now out of the lineup, as he has returned home before the collegiate season. Is from Mobile, Alabama. We mentioned is transferring Jacksonville State. First pitch, just gonna miss low to Jeffrey Hurd. Hurd had himself quite a day yesterday as well. Actually, I am thinking of somebody else. He did not have that big double. That was Jared Eaton, who caught fire late in the game. The 1-0, just gonna miss off the plate. After retiring the first 2 Scouts batters quickly, Lazier, victim of 2 singles to Rover and Smith. So that one bounced in, good block by Evan Ulrich. He'll keep that one in front of him. Lazier has moved down 3-0. New chest plate looks like for Evan Ulrich.
Looks like he's switched to the Charleston gear.
Yeah.
Got the maroon and gold on.
3-0. Not going to find the zone. Presumably missed low. that'll load the bases for the Joes, as Lasier's kind of struggled a little bit here in the last couple batters. Well, we mentioned that at the top of this inning. Lazier not a guy that's going to get you those big strikeouts. He's going to allow balls to get put in play, rely on his defense to get some outs. The first pitch there, going to paint the outside corner. Itself getting at bat number 3 on the season with the bases loaded. It's 0 for 2. So that one hit softly up the middle. Badilak going to field it. Bare hand across the diamond, but Parker Lester pulled off the bag. And a run will come in early on the E6 from Badilak. Thought he might have been able to flip that to Bridges.
Not sure why he decided to barehand that and go across to first. Thought that he would just try to take the fielder's choice and go to second with it. But nonetheless, a run for the Scouts.
So an E6 prolongs the inning for Lazier, who got the soft contact he needed, but just in the wrong spot as Badilak tried to make a dazzling play, pulled Parker Lester off the bag. 2 outs now. First pitch to Matt Early, gonna miss off the plate. But already in some hot water to the Scouts strike first. The 1-0 shot foul. It was the Joes to strike first in the last game. Took a 1-0 lead. Scouts clawed back in the third, but the Joes once again jumped out to the lead in the home half of the third. Went back and forth all night. It's the 1-1 a breaking ball. First one I think we've seen from Lazier, just going to miss inside.
Yeah, 77 miles an hour. Definitely the slowest pitch we've seen from him so far.
2-1. Paints that outside corner. Good to see him find that outer third. See a big miles per hour discrepancy between fastball and breaking ball. We see it right there. Fooled him. Way out in front is Matt Early. Big strikeout for Josh Lazier. Early becomes the beer batter, and we go to the home half of the first. The Joes already working from behind as we go to the home half of the first. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Walker Ridge is going to lead things off here in the home half of the first as the Joes have some work to do early. 1-0 our score as the Scouts have jumped on the Joes early. Walker Bridge is here to lead things off. Making a return to the top of the order as Grant Miller's been up there for 4 or 5 games in a row, going all the way back to Joes versus Scouts here at Foundation Field on the 9th. That's the last time we saw Walker Bridges in the leadoff spot. Look to see the. What is that one? Will bounce low. Walker hitting .368 in the leadoff spot this season. That's a 2-0 breaking ball. Gonna miss inside. 70 miles an hour on that one. We're gonna see a couple of hard throwers on both sides. Etchison, definitely a guy that fills it up and has himself a high couple of fastballs. Bridges will now draw a 4-pitch walk. And the Joes have their first base runner. Bring up Andrew Patrick, who for the first time since maybe the beginning of the season we've seen at the top of the order.
Yeah, it's normally been sitting kind of in those 7, 8, 9 spots, and now we'll move back up.
We'll bat with the runner on first. Had a great BP session today as that one was fouled off.
See what the Joes decide to do with Bridges on first. Yesterday he tried to steal and was cut down, but we do see
Newkirk behind the plate tonight.
new catcher behind the plate, Newkirk.
The 0-1 fouled off the plate once again.
Tyler Haskins continuing to occupy the leadoff spot,
Yeah.
but designated hitter tonight for Xenia.
Getting that night off. 0-2, so sack bunt probably off the table. Walker Bridges quickly picked off. Bounced away. Thought maybe was going to roll away enough for Bridges to maybe advance. Just popped out of the glove over there from Matt Early. Presiding over there at first is Darryl Grissom, as Ryan Finnerty has been out sick a couple of days in a row, as that one's going to miss upstairs. So we see our GM president getting himself a couple of licks over there at first base coach.
Former manager of the Hamilton
Former
Joes.
manager.
And current head coach at Miami Hamilton.
Coach of the year last year.
Yes,
That one's
indeed.
fouled off of the plate.
USCAA National Coach of the Year, Darryl Grissom. Brought the Harriers to the USCAA World Series championship game. First year for Miami Hamilton in that new league after they ran the Ohio Regional Campus Conference for a long time.
Had to move them up. They were too good. 1-2. Breaking ball sent high in the air into center field. Ross Smith going to camp under it. He'll make the catch. Tries to throw it all the way back to first. Over there is Early, not even close, as Walker Bridges kind of walked his way back. But a fly out there for Andrew Patrick will be out number one to bring up Parker Lester, who was probably our MVP of the game yesterday. Had himself a couple of hits, couple of RBIs, went 2 for 2, 2 singles, 2 RBIs. Has climbed himself up 2 RBIs short as that one's going to be bunted. I think Walker Bridges probably would have had that
He would have made that easily.
Just trying to cause chaos here early as Parker Lester did square a bunt. Parker kind of just reached for that. It was very hit and run kind of mindset on that one. As the 0-1 chopped foul. Quick feed over there from Darryl. Dancing out of the way, Michael Jackson style. Did play 18 today.
He did.
So a little loose over there at first base, that's for sure. The 0-2. That one's going to get fouled off. Been waiting for Parker to kind of show the power that we've seen in batting practice over the last couple of days. He had a couple of nukes.
He was unloading. Today he had a rough first round, so he switched bats, and now I can see he's going with the same bat he went for the later part of his rounds.
The 0-2 hit up the middle. Couple of bounces. 6-3. Gonna retire it. That's Tommy Rover over there. Gonna put the Joes down. After Walker Bridges draws the walk, nothing doing as a 6-3 puts him down. We'll go to the top of the second inning, 2-1 our score. You're watching the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio.
The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Maxton Palai going to lead things off for the Scouts tonight. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Scouts as 7 batters came to the plate in the first. Scratch one across, 2 hits in an error. First pitch will miss off the plate. The 1-0 set right back up the middle. The Scouts have jumped over Leisure here early. Hutton that fastball early in counts. Hit number 3. Saw this a little bit from Tyler Hudson a couple of games ago against the Jazz. Just happens a couple of times. You find the zone and the bats are just up to the task as that one paints the outside corner.
Yeah, and Leisure doesn't look to be rattled at all by it, as you can see on that pitch. Confidence still very high.
Hudson didn't look rattled either yesterday, I can tell you that one right now. Evan Orr trying to frame that one on the outer corner, but is just pushed off the plate. Sam Newkirk, the 9-hole, here for the Joes. Breaking ball in the dirt, that's a beautiful breaking ball. Newkirk not ready whatsoever. Leisure coming a couple of more times with that breaking ball. Was almost exclusively fastball through the first 3 or 4 batters. It's the 1-2. Bounce in the dirt. Good from Evan to even get a glove on that and keep that one in front. When you're throwing 92, 93, 94, and you spike that thing off turf, makes the catcher's job very hard. The 2-2 breaking ball laced down the left field line. That's going to stay fair. On his horse is Palad. Will be thrown in. A very close play. Andrew Patrick almost able to make the tag in time as Stigler got to it quickly, but it'll be a big double here from Newkirk as the lineup flows over to Haskins. We'd really like to face the bases empty.
Yeah, Leisure has been close. He's had a lot of 2-strike counts, but has given up some pretty solid contact, especially lately in the late part of that first inning, now here early in the second.
Corners even, as that one will bounce away. Going in and scoring is Palad. Palad comes in on the wild pitch. 2-0 now. Our score here from Foundation Fields. Newkirk over to third. Still an RBI opportunity for Tyler Haskins. We see Badalak and Bridges come about into the base paths about halfway in as that one's ripped into right field. Konzak will range back and there will be no play at home. That's Konzak kind of misread that one a little bit, started to come in and retreated back, had to catch it on the back pedal. So Tyler Haskins with an RBI, scores Sam Newkirk. And the Scouts have punched first and punched hard now, up 3-0. First pitch skipped in there. But 1-0 getting away from Evan behind the dish, and it's now 2-0. Lazier having to be very careful not to let this get out of hand early. That's a 2-0. That's going to find the outer corner. Still with a lot of time left in this ball game, just here in the second. The Scouts are already up 3-0. The breaking ball almost broke its way back into the zone. Had Wu throwing the hands out and trying to get out of the way. Almost find the inner corner, but it's now 3-1. 3-1 will miss off the plate, and that's a 1-out walk to Kyle Wu, bringing up Tommy Rover. So just the 1 out here in the inning. It was the productive one from Tyler Haskins. Just collected himself his first RBI of the game. Rover 1 for 1. Was the first run to come across for the Scouts just 1 inning ago. Bouncing away from Evan, behind the dish, but able to recover quickly. That'll provide a mound visit from head coach Tyler Thaman just to calm down Lazier, who spiked a lot of pitches. Little overexcitement out there on the mound. Lazier making appearance number 6, all of them starts. The Wright State Raider and all-star for the Joes. Record of 3-0 with 1.87 ERA, 24 innings pitched. We mentioned those 17 strikeouts, 13 walks, 13 hits. I've seen them win the last 2 times he's been out. Both of them against the Steam, both home and away. Went 11 innings in total, give up 3 runs in total, 5 hits, 8 walks, 5 strikeouts in those 2 games.
Yeah, this is very interesting. This is not a position that the Joes are very familiar with Josh Lazier on the mound.
The 1-0, Haskins takes off. Rover going to square to bunt. Ulrich going to sky that ball. Fielded by Walker Bridges, who was backing it up. So Kyle Wu with the stolen base. He'll move to second, bring up a RBI opportunity for Tommy Rover, who's already signaled in this ballgame. 2-0 comes in and doesn't hit him.
And now they're going to reverse it and say it did hit him, so that should mean that
yeah, Wu's
going to get sent back to first. Nobody up in the Joes bullpen, but Josh Lazier's been very wild here now in the second inning.
Very uncharacteristic from him. In his last 3 appearances, he's not given up more than 4 hits in 5 or 6 innings in total. Great jump from Wu. They'll throw behind to the runner. Rover, who's cut down. Taking the out for out number 2. Wu will move to third. He'll grab his second stolen base, but Rover is cut down. A big caught stealing for Evan Ulrich. Is that one again bouncing off the plate? Don't know what's going on out there on the mound. A lack of grip, or maybe he's sliding on his plant foot, but he just doesn't feel comfortable. As that one makes me eat my words. Paints the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runs have already come across for the Scouts. They've moved their lead to 3. Fastball ripped down the left field line, going to bounce foul into the Joes dugout or bullpen. The count evens at 2-2. Already 1 strikeout on the ledger for Lazier. Struck out Matt early in the first to end that inning. Looking for a big one here in the second. Breaking ball hit right back at him off his glove. Walker Bridges going to field it, fire across the diamond, and Parker Lester unable to make the stretch. So Smith gets a single and an E4. As Kyle Wu comes around to score, moves the score 4-0. So life has kind of been taken out of Foundation Field. The first pitch now to Jeffrey Hurd will find the outside corner. Exactly what you didn't want to see from the Joes, who had a rough game yesterday.
Yeah, you're really looking for a big bounce back today.
And you thought you were going to definitely get it in Leisure. But it's given up 4 hits in the first 2 innings with 2 walks, sac fly, couple errors. And out into center field, Bennett Clement didn't have to move a muscle. Camped under it, made the catch for out number 3. The Scouts will leave 1 stranded, but not before they tag 3 across. Moving the score to 4-0. The Joes have some work to do here early. Bottom of the second coming up. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Joes fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Evan Loeb going to lead things off for the Joes, as the Joes' first 3 were retired after Walker Bridges reached on a walk. Evan Loeb changing his walk-up song just for his first at-bat. More than nothing our score. The first pitch to Evan Ulrich bounces down to the bottom of the zone from Evan Etchison. Battle of the Evans here in the home of the second. That one's just going to miss upstairs. We talked about it in the break. Evan Etchison, not a guy that's going to just gift you runs. Chasing 3, you're going to need to earn it. As a 2-0. Breaking ball breaks all the way into the zone. In there for strike number 1. Etchison lost his last time out, which I'm going to be honest, I don't quite understand, as that one is ripped to left field from Evan Ulrich. First hit of the game for the Joes comes at a good time here at the bottom of the second. The last time Etchison was out on the mound, pitched 6 innings in what I believe is a extra inning, 7-inning sudden death rule. He only pitched 6 innings. So did not pitch the 8.
Yeah, they gave him the losing decision, but I don't think that's correct.
I don't think he lost that game. That one's fouled off.
I don't think it's possible. Yeah, the tiebreaker rather.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for, was a win for the Copperheads and a doubleheader loss for Xenia.
The 0-1 to Cal Brazier off the plate. Snap throw back from Newkirk, trying to get Ulrich sleeping. Oh, actually called that one a strike. So I guess with Newkirk going over to first, didn't quite get a chance to see that one off the corner. Evan Ulrich being a bit abused over there at first. They're trying to get him by any means necessary, but has been successful in back-to-back attempts to get back. The 0-2 Breaking ball upstairs off the glove of Newkirk, and Evan Ulrich will advance anyway. So a pass ball will move Evan Ulrich to second and give Cal Brazier a chance to get an RBI here early and help the Joes. The 1-2 to Brazier. Breaking ball, chasing it off the plate. That's just what you're going to see from Etchison all night. So got to get used to it. As Brazier goes down on strikes for the first time tonight. First strikeout of the game for Evan Etchison. We'll bring up Bennett Clement. Parents still in attendance. Came up and talked to us pregame. Great people. Shout out to all the Clement supporters. Mentioned that he's got people viewing from all over. First pitch to him. Foul to the plate off of the home plate umpire's leg. Takes it like a champ. Iron Man behind the dish. The last time we saw Evan Etchison was 2 starts ago from him. Went 6 2/3. Gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, and 10 strikeouts in 6 2/3. In which the Scouts won 6-1. Is that one will miss off the plate? Oh, a balk.
Balk called, yeah. That one was a little bit close. It was a fastball that was kind of borderline. Was surprised the umpire didn't even really give it a second thought. It was because it was no pitch. So Ulrich the third.
So the Joes' first run of the ball game since 90 feet away. Exactly what they needed to kind of turn the momentum around. The 0-1 from Clement going to be laced. A diving play over there at third. Clement just going to be beat. A bang-bang play. Nate Self diving to his left. Able to make the play for out number 2. The Joes do scratch one across. Bennett Clement gets himself an RBI ground out, scoring Evan Ulrich. 5-3. We'll bring up Clay Badalak. First pitch to Clay will miss, or rather find the outside corner. Etchison got that fastball. That's got a lot of arm side run, a lot of what we saw from Tyler Hudson yesterday. It's really going to run away from lefties. It's the breaking ball now breaking into the lefty will find the zone. And the count's now 0-2. Got to be tough with 2 here. Does Clay Badalak? There's 2 outs here in the inning. That one's going to miss off the plate. Just wanted to drive this pitch count up on Etchison. Get into that bullpen. As they had to use the bullpen a little bit yesterday. Want to make them use it quite a bit here in the last couple of matchups, as you're only going to see each other. You'd like to get into that bullpen and kind of tire it out for the week to come. The 1-2 chased way in front of it from Clay Badalak. He'll go down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning from Evan Etchison, 2 strikeouts in the game from him as well, as the Joes do scratch one across. They now only trail by 3. As we'll hope that momentum switches in their favor. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Top of the third, Nate Self going to lead things off for the Scouts. 4-1 our scores. The Joseph Scratch went across. Getting a big 0 here from Josh Lazier as that one will paint the outer corner for strike number 1. Nate Self reached on an error his last time up, got himself an RBI. It's the breaking ball will miss off. The Joes finally throwing a little chink in the armor of Evan Etchison. As the 1-1 hits up the middle. Walker Bridges stabs it, throws across his body. Picked over there from Parker Lester. They'll say he kept his foot on. And Parker Lester and Walker Bridges finally connects defensively to make a great defensive play for out number 1.
Wow, that was a great block by Bridges to even get that one in his glove. That was probably on the left side of second base. It had cut so far across, and Bridges was somehow able to make that play.
Walker continues to dazzle out there at second. As the first pitch to early, going to find the strike zone.
It's funny because we talked about it pregame. He's got a cannon of an arm. You think,
yeah,
putting him over at second kind of restricts that a little bit.
The 0-1 chopped on the ground. Clay going to have to come in on a couple of chops. He'll fire over in time, no problem for out number 2. A little return to form from Josh Lazier. We saw 2 outs, the first 2 outs of the game, the Haskins and Wu in the first, and then saw him fall off the horse a little bit. But is back on it, gets 2 straight outs. But yeah, we talked about kind of almost capping that arm over there at second.
Got a chance to use it.
Yeah, but when you can make plays like that, I'll put him at second any day of the week. Yeah. 2 outs now for Maxton Pallad. That one will bounce low.
When you've got already probably, 3 or 4 balls hit straight up the middle, that gives you a chance to maybe show it off at second.
1-0. Going to be fouled off. Talked about it, whether taking infield, outfield. I was going to be very excited to see the double play turns with Walker Bridges, because if you just get it to him with a decent amount of time, he's going to be able to get the runner no problem.
If you can get the 6-4.
Yeah. Or even the 5-4. Patrick's got a cannon over there at third as that one finds the zone. A lot of big arms around this infield tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lazier looking for a very good, clean inning. And he'll get it. Big strikeout, got him chasing upstairs for out number 3. A big, big 0 for Josh Lazier. Will bring us back to the plate here in the home half of the third. The Joes trailing by 3. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Four-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
8-9-1, 2 up for the Joes, who trailed by 3. Terrell Grissom booking it his way out the first base coach's box. Was up here a couple of minutes ago, so was able to get out there quickly. Leading things off, Steven Stigler. As he'll lace that one into right field. That's going to get over the head of Pallad. Head first slide into second base. Leadoff double from Steven Stigler, exactly what the doctor ordered here for the Joes.
Yeah, the Joes have now had the leadoff man on in each of the first 3 innings. And just get the base runners right now. That's all you need for the Joes. Love to get guys in scoring position right off the bat.
Caden Konzak will now come up. Lefty on righty action. Says Tyler Thaman having a couple words.
He pointed at second base and had time, it was because Stigler was tying his shoe.
Ah.
So he put up the time and then just kind of gestured over there to second. All squared away.
Nobody out. Caden Konzak going to watch that ball in the dirt. Bounce away from Newkirk. Stigler's going to try to test him. Didn't get the tag, and they will agree. Stigler able to pull the foot back just in time as Self was swiping the tag, completely missed the foot, able to get it back in time. We all took a collective breath out here in the press box as Newkirk hummed that one in. We'll take any break here for the Joes. Now the runner at third with just nobody out, and that'll do it. Caden Konzak grounded out for an RBI, getting the Joes just one run closer. They've cut the lead in half now. It's now 4-2.
Yeah, good to see. That was an ill-advised decision from Steven Stigler, but made up for it right away with the good slide. And the Joes just inching closer. That's all you can ask for right now.
Walker Bridges going to hunt the breaking ball first pitch, but will foul it off.
Momentum seems to start to be teetering back in your favor a little bit. Good that this game never really got out of control, as it kind of felt like it might get that way.
0-1. In on the hands of Bridges. They'll check over to first, say yes, he did. Walker just kind of almost trying to get out of the way of that one, as that was a fastball well on the inside corner. But Atchison now has the leadoff man down 0-2. That one sit out in the right field. Palad settling under it, calling everybody off. Not having to move much at right to him for round number 2. Bridges now 0 for 1 as he walked his first time up. Bring up Andrew Patrick. AP, who's been finding good barrel his last couple of games, but has not quite found a lot of gaps, as that one will miss low. Saw 2 hits against the Steam 2 days ago at Elder, including a big old RBI double. That one finds the outside corner. 2 RBIs in that game. And then yesterday, just had the 1 strikeout, but hit the ball all over the field. Atchison working fast. The 1-1 will miss inside.
Yeah, Patrick's been seeing the ball in the box a lot better lately.
Yeah, looks like it for sure.
Putting balls in play a lot more.
A 2-1. Just over the head of Kyle Wu at second. And the Joes seem to not be scared of Atchison one bit.
Yeah, they're starting to find those. That's the second time we've seen a similar ball hit off him. Stigler's double was hit a little more down the line, but both times just catch it a little off the end of the bat, just kind of push it and slice it up the right side.
We talked about Parker Lester's power in BP today. His first at bat. Be a great time to see a big fly here from Parker Lester, but instead he'll shoot that one over to Tommy Rover. Yes, Atchison heard us talking up here in the press box. Didn't like it one bit. Retires Parker Lester. The Joes do scratch win across, just clawing back 1 run at a time. They still trail by 2. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872, for years they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
9-1-2 for the Scouts as the Joes keep climbing their way back into this ball game. Lazier just needing to do what he does best and throw up some zeros. Get the Joes back into the dugout quickly like he did just the one inning ago as that one's fouled off. First pitch to Newkirk.
It's really her car, right?
The 0-1 to Newkirk. Just going to miss low. Newkirk a double his last time up. Part of 3 hits back in the second. And I saw 3 runs come across for the Scouts as the breaking ball just going to be out of play. Lazier 2 strikeouts on the day so far. We did strike out Holland to end the third. That one's sent high into the air out and right. Brazier going over, and so is Konzak, but that one's going to bounce into the dugout or the bullpen out there down the right field line. A couple of Scouts normally just kind of sit out there. They might even send out their whole bullpen squad. But it's not a deep bullpen by any means. It's not like our guys. I think we've got 5 or 6 guys down that line just kind of waiting. Probably more in the dugout. The 1-2. Breaking ball ripped into left field. Hung that one with 2 strikes. And Newkirk now 2 for 2 on the day.
We've seen that a lot from the Scouts off of Josh Lazier. Those hits, they'll just wait on the pitch and just drive it through those infield gaps. That time Newkirk finds the left side.
It's textbook 2-strike hitting. Knowing you're going to get probably something off speed, as Lazier has gone off speed almost every time with 2 strikes. And just kind of sitting back and hunting it. As that one misses up. Was the big method and theology of my last head coach for Ottawa University. Big 2-strike guy, always said choke up, look for the breaking ball, and just foul off fastballs. There's the 1-0. Gonna find the zone. Cuts down strikeouts quite a bit. But at the same time, you have to be ready for the fastball regardless. 1 ball, 1 strike to the top of the order, Tyler Haskins. 0 for 1 today. As that one paints the outside corner. Josh Lazier finding both corners here against Haskins. To put him down for the 2nd time tonight. Haskins a sac fly his last time up. Back in the 2nd. It's the 1-2. Out in the left center. Bennett Clement and Steven Stigler converging. Clement will call him off. Make the catch for out number 1. So back-to-back flyouts for Haskins. We'll bring up Kyle Wu. Him and Haskins went down in order back in the first. 2 ground outs to Walker Bridges. As they'll square to bunt and get none of it. Lazier threw that one well high into the zone. You'd love to see Wu maybe pull back on that one. The thinking has always been on bunts that if it's above the bat, you just let it go, as that one will miss low. Because if you have to reach up, you're going to pop it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. As that one finds the zone as well. Great crowd on hand tonight. Story Point night, so we're bringing some people from the retirement home over. Some great people. We played bingo with them a couple of weeks ago. It was the 1-2, just going to miss low. Always love a good game of bingo. Did not win, though, so did not get to enjoy any of the prizes. The 2-2 just going to miss off the plate. It was me, Chase Hopewell, Zach Breeden, and Pearl. And it seemed like the 2 guys, the 2 hometown boys, kept winning. As we'll get a big chase from Kyle Wu. Chasing the off speed. Swinging right over the top of it for a big punch out here to make it 2 outs.
Really good to see Josh Lazier returning to the zone and just getting back to that form. Looked good in that at-bat. Got 2 strikes on Haskins before the flyout.
Bring up Tommy Rover. First pitch to Rover finds the inside corner. And Josh Lazier kind of finds himself in a bit of a groove. Had just that one mini hiccup with Newkirk where he kind of hung the breaking ball with 2 strikes. And that was set in the left field. Both corners back-to-back on Tommy Rover. Puts him down 0-2. Lazier hunting back-to-back Ks to put an end to the 4th. The 0-2. Almost got him to chase. They will not check with the field umpire. A lot of home plate umpires will not check with the field umpire if he's in that position. And almost rightfully so, as that's not a great position to get that call. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. As Tommy Rover bats with the scouts up 2. Newkirk over there at first. The 2-2 chasing in the dirt. I require a throw from Evan Ulrich. Parker Lester fielding that one no problem. A big K. Back-to-back strikeouts will bring us to the home half of the 4th. Josh Lazier back on his horse. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Bottom of the 4th, Evan Orr going to lead things off. The Joes have put one across in back-to-back innings. The walk-up song is going to stay as he had some successes last time, 1 for 1. It's the first pitch to Evan Ulrich will find the zone. Some superstitions, it's staying with him. As the 0-1 going to be fouled off.
It's a big inning for the Joes. You just kind of felt it building and building offensively. This is really your chance down 2 now to get yourself back into this game.
Big inning for Etchison as well, as that one's going to be fouled off. Because if you're Etchison, you can kind of put a stop to the momentum that's been going on the last couple innings for the Joes. But if you're the Joes, you can keep that thing rolling, keep moving the thing down the line. That one's just over the head of Rover, back into left field. Back-to-back hits into left field, back-to-back leadoff hits into left field for Evan Ulrich. We'll bring up Cal Brazier as the Joes keep moving the guy down the line.
Another big piece of 2-strike hitting, this time from the bat of Evan Ulrich.
We've seen Cal Brazier bunt in batting practice.
Yeah, he's a big guy, doesn't bunt for singles, but bunts in batting practice a couple times.
As he'll chase that one off the zone for strike 1. Brazier 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out his last time out. As he'll watch that one upstairs. Evan Ulrich stole a base yesterday out of that DH spot, but you have to think maybe with him catching tonight. You don't see the legs as much moving with that one missing upstairs. Bottom of the third, Licking County on top of the Sandusky Ice Haulers. Not a result we like to see here at Foundation Field. Sandusky in a fight of their own. Trying to chase down Lima and Jetbox in the North Division. A 2-1, slide step set in the right field. That's going to split the gaps. That's going to get down, actually. What a great job out there from Palad to cut that one off and save the run for now. Ulrich to third. Brazier with his first hit of the ball game. Joe's back in business.
Yeah, they are. That was a weird position out there for Polad to be in as he kind of played down the line. It was a bit to his detriment as that may have been a fly ball he was able to catch had he been in normal position, but then he did a fantastic job to cut that one off before the wall. Like you mentioned, Blake, definitely saved a run.
Look for Bennett Clement to put one in the outfield. He will do just that. That's going to get in the right center field as well. Cal on his horse. He's going to motor around second. He'll go into third. The throw into third. Going to get away. Cal Brazier going to come around to score. The Josephs tied the game. Nobody covering third. Bennett Clement into third base. 2 runs come across, and the Joes have erased the lead from the Scouts.
Back in business. Exactly what you need. This was a side that, despite even that momentum that we mentioned was building, just kind of felt like there was something that was holding them back. But they finally gotten to Evan Etchison. I mean, how many times has this guy just frustrated them, even all season long? Finally seems like they're starting to figure things out here.
Badalak now up as that one will miss inside. We're waiting Sam Muse, our director of analytics, to review the tape, as that will be a bunt pulled back in time, but we'll find the outside corner. So it's just going to be a single, but Bennett Clement will get the 1 RBI. That one's chopped on the ground, and the Joes are going to take the lead. So Clay Badalak grounded out. The Joes have come all the way back after 4 runs have come across in the first 2 innings. The Joes have scored 5 of their own in the past 3 and taken the lead as Crab Rave rings around Foundation Field.
Wow. I mean, I almost have no words. This has just been a complete change of the tides. Nothing seemed like it could go right for this team early in this one, and now everything could possibly go right here in the 4th.
Nice breaking ball from Etchison. Not going to find enough of the zone. Steven Stigler up to the plate. Doubled his last time up. As the count now evens at 1-1. Joe's just showing their resilience here late. Or early, rather, I suppose. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stigler. As the Joes have got to Etchison, who looked to be almost untouchable. Had just given up 6 earned runs the entire season. Has now given up at least 4. I'd have to, we'll wait till the end of this inning as we get a big swing and a miss from Stigler to give you a final count on those earned runs. So a strikeout to right the ship. So 2 outs on the board. We'll bring up Caden Konzak. Etchison just kind of right back to business. Has been touched a little bit, has just continued to just be around the zone. And now working quick with that fastball, going to miss off the plate. He's going to ask if that was the corner, how far off that was. Umpire going to give him an answer.
Looked like a similar location.
Should mic him up. That one's shot in the left field. And Caden Konzak with a single here in the 4th. That'll flip this lineup over. Joes with their 7th hit of the ball game, 7th hit in the last 3 innings, as they were hitless in the first.
We talked about causing chaos yesterday. Keep an eye on Caden Konzak.
That one's going to almost bounce away from Newkirk. Was skipped in from Etchison.
You've really got the scouts back on their heels right now, and this just feels like a time where you could maybe cause some even further damage.
1-0 going to be fouled off. Over to Tyler Thaman. One ball, one strike. Walker Bridges looking to extend this inning for the Joes, who have already scored 3 and taken the lead. The 1-1 going to miss upstairs. So both pitchers not having their best day. And it seems like the offenses have finally kind of picked up here late. We've been kind of waiting for this between these two teams for some time, as that one's going to hit Walker Bridges in the head. Oh, you hope he's okay.
Immediately took the helmet off himself. He's going to take the pad off.
Yes, holding the ears.
Looked like he tried to walk towards first and probably got held back. We'll see if they're going to let him run the bases for himself.
Yeah, immediately went to hold the ears. The helmet might have kind of either reverberated on his ears, because I think that's exactly where it hit.
Yeah, it hit
the ear hole.
Yeah, right on the ear. It was kind of a breaking ball off-speed pitch that just got away. It didn't knock the helmet off Bridges, but obviously, like you mentioned, with that kind of buzz on the helmet, it did make him want to just take that off and give himself a second to breathe.
But when it comes to concussion stuff, nobody's going to play around, especially
Yeah, it's
with
not.
It's summer league. It's not their collegiate season.
So, yeah, we are probably going to see Bridges. I'm not sure what the ruling is on concussions. Yeah, if Bridges would maybe be allowed to re-enter this game if he cleared protocols. Now he actually comes out.
He just went in for water.
And just got some water, and he's going to try to re-enter the game. So good to see that Walker Bridges is okay. That's always very scary.
Very lucky that it wasn't a fastball.
Yeah, that could have been.
That could have been really dangerous. But we trust our trainers. Erica, one of the best in the biz.
Absolutely. And now Andrew Patrick, make the scouts pay.
Andrew Patrick 1 for 2. Single fly out. We mentioned he's been hitting the ball very well. He'll square to bunt. Gonna bunt that one down. Newkirk gonna have to field it and throw it down. Off the glove. Throw over to third. Not in time. Andrew Patrick a hard round to first. He'll get back in time. And exactly what you want.
Cause some chaos.
Cause some chaos. Unfortunately, will go down as an error, as Grant Miller had some words for our stats guy at Sam Hughes yesterday, as he did not get the hit yesterday. An E3, but he'll get the RBI. He won't get the RBI. Will not get the RBI, as that was not wasn't going to come in anyway. But Konzak comes in the score, and we now lead 6-4. As Parker Lester in a position to do some damage. First pitch to Lester, going to miss off the plate.
And now, if you're Lester here, do you maybe wait on a strike?
I think you're hunting a pitch here, as that one's off the plate. You're going to be up there. Either you're looking fastball, you're looking a hung breaking ball, but you're looking one pitch, one spot.
Yeah, it's been a little while since Etchison has really pitched through an at-bat.
2-0 going to miss, or rather just find the zone. A very slow strike call from the home plate umpire. So we kind of have to, I make a call, and then he has a separate call sometimes. The 2-1. Chopped on, actually hits one of the poles that we have holding up the nets here at the park. Parker Lester been a bit unfortunate tonight. Is 0 for 2, 2 ground outs the left-hand side. 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. Runner will take off. They'll let him have the base as the count runs full. Not wanting to mess with AP out there. He is that dude. Look at that 6'2" speed.
This is a make-or-break spot right now for Evan Etchison.
4 runs have come across for the Joes, with a possibility of 5 or even 6 if Parker Lester can put one in the outfield.
And you got the red-hot Evan Ulrich on deck, who's already singled twice and scored 2 runs.
3-2. Hit up the middle once again. Tommy Rover going to field that one, throw it across the diamond. No fanatics on that one. No funny business as Parker Lester goes down for out number 3. But new life here at Foundation Field. The Joes have scored 4 in the inning to take a 6-4 lead. We're done with 4. Here comes 5. You're watching the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
A whole new ball game for Josh Leisure, who now sits in the winning position pitcher if he can get through this inning. But has done very well over the 3rd and the 4th to hang big zeros, allowed the Joes offense to kickstart. It's been a powder keg on that home half. The first pitch now to Ross Smith, going to bounce low.
Joes is 6 unanswered after trailing 4-0 in this game heading into the bottom of the 2nd.
1-0. Paints the outside corner for strike 1. Cannot say how much of a help it's been that Leisure's been able to calm the storm and hang zeros on the other side. That's the 1-1. Hit out in the center field. Bennett Clement ranging back, has to get on his horse. Makes a beautiful catch on the warning track.
Over the shoulder, turned around.
Put his head down and just took off. Now we saw Andrew Patrick with 6.2 speed. I have not asked Bennett Clement what his official one was. We saw him run against Clay Badalak, and he did. Sorry, Clay. He did smoke him. He did run. He did beat Clay in the race. But 1 out now for Jeffrey Hurd. First pitch on the outside corner to Hurd as Leisure pitching with some confidence, pitching with some swag now here in the 5th. 77 pitches. The 0-1 just going to miss off the plate. The lights have been on almost this entire game as we've had clouds all over here at Foundation Field. The 1-1 hit high into the air. Andrew Patrick going to the fence. That one's going to get well out of play. We were expecting some rain, but it's just kind of been pushed back later and later.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost what we saw in Richmond a few weeks ago.
The 1-2. Breaking ball. Caught him looking. Back door. Yes, sir. May I have another? Another K, this time backwards for Josh Leisure. Puts 2 outs on the board for Nate Self.
And, man, Leisure just looks as good as ever here in this 5th.
I don't know what was said to him when he went into the dugout after the 2nd, or if it was the run that kind of calmed things down, but it's been almost night and day.
And that is a really, really underrated part of pitching that almost never gets seen because, you know, if you have a deep bullpen, you might just go right to it. That went in on the hands. But, I mean, can you rebound as a pitcher? And how are you going to react to
Adversity.
Adversity like that? You know, oftentimes you'll see kind of adversity on a smaller scale, but to respond in the way that Leisure has to large-scale adversity, giving up those 4 runs.
And now knocking on the door of putting up 3 straight zeros.
Yeah, I mean, because it's one thing to pitch with base runners, it's one thing to pitch with runners in scoring position, but to give up runs and then return the way you did.
That one off the foot of Nate Self, going to bounce foul. Andrew Patrick waited that one out.
He waited on it just in case, and it stopped right on the line. But luckily for Patrick, hit off Self.
So a beautiful bunt, I suppose, from Nate Self as a 3-2. Ducked under. Trying to get out of the way of that one was Nate Self, and does so successfully. Leisure able to battle back, but loses the small battle. We'll bring up Matt Early. Do you see Dawson Hall out there in the bullpen? We've had word for quite some time that Dawson Hall's been kind of moving and shaking around. Haven't seen him in quite some time, so we're all happy. 2 outs now for Early. The first pitch going to miss upstairs.
Yeah, Hall's kind of had a transition. Was more of a starter for the Joes the first month or so of the season. Has now fallen into more of that bullpen role like you've seen, albeit somewhat limited as of late.
Big old lead over there at first for Nate Self, but nothing doing is the 1-0 pitch going to miss upstairs. Matt Early hitting 200 on the season, is 0 for 2 strikeout, ground out. Does have 19 RBIs though, so kind of a Cal Brazier type. The 2-0 clips the outside corner. That's in there for strike number 1. And Leisure will begin his climb back in this at-bat. Early making appearance number 23 on the season. Splits time with Blaze Bell over there at first, presumably. Might get a couple of games over there at third, as that one will miss off the plate. But with how good Nate Self's been in these last 2 games, I don't know if Early's going to get a lot of time over there at third with all the great plays that the left side of the infield's been making. 3-1 and 2 outs. 1 runner on over at first. As that one will fill the count. We'll put Nate Self on the run. Crowd cheering him on. They want dollar off beers here at the park. They're not going to hold the runners. The 3-2 going to be out of play. Pitch number 92 for Josh Leisure. It's been a taxing outing, but if he can get through this one, he will have his reward. At least be qualified for the winning decision. 3-2 once again. Try to get him a chase off the plate. Nothing doing. We'll put the tying runner on.
See if maybe we get a mound visit here. Doesn't look like it.
We'll bring up Palad. 8 and 9 have combined for 3 hits in total. Palad with a single and Newkirk with a double and a single. So not your normal 8-9 against Leisure as we've come through the 3rd time through the order. First pitch from Leisure going to miss low. Would say you'd wait for maybe a lefty to come up, but Newkirk's not a lefty, Haskins not a lefty. So the matchups kind of need to be thrown out the window here as that one's chopped on the ground. Andrew Patrick just going to field it and calmly step on first, wins the battle. And Josh Leisure, another big 0, continues to move this momentum over to the Joes side of the field. 6-4 our score. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
The Joes brought 9 batters up in the 4th. A debate for whether that's batting around. We had a couple of opinions before. But Evan Ulrich will come to the plate in back-to-back innings, led things off with a single back in the 4th as the Joes climbed their way back, trailed 4-2 at the time, scored 4 runs in that half inning, and now lead 6-4. Evan Edgerton back on the mound as that one's hit out into center field. 1 pitch, 1 out. As that one's a fly out to Ross Smith. The shortest at bat for sure we've seen from Evan Ulrich tonight. Nice R roll on Cal Brazier. I think that's the first time I've heard that tonight.
Cal Brazier.
I'm sure I'll take that over Brazier. That's the Richmond Jazz we're calling him. He will swing on the first pitch he sees, hit that one a mile into the air. Not quite Denver, as that's 1 pitch, 1 out to retire Cal Brazier.
All right, Bennett Clement got to take a pitch here.
Have to. 2 RBIs in the day for Clement. Two RBIs, ground out, and a single. Had himself all the way over to third after some very interesting play from the Scouts' defense. And that one will miss off the plate.
I think Etchison wanted to test him. He gave him a great pitch to hit on the first offering.
1 ball, 1 strike. As that one bounces away. And not overly eager now is Clement. And you can't be. But the Scouts going to ride Etchison. So we pitch number 75 here in the 5th. The breaking ball comes all the way back in, but will miss just inside. And the count will move to 3-1. Has reached once, couple of RBIs. Breaking ball, that's a strike. Looked like the same pitch. But we'll fill the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Edgerton looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. It's the full count. Again hit a mile into the air. We'll hope the wind does something. As Wu will count under it and make the catch for out number 3. So a quick inning for Edgerton in the bottom of the 5th ends the inning. We'll go to the top half of the 6th. New pitcher on the mound, presumably for the Joes. We'll be right back. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
Tonight's nonprofit of the game is Starfish Foundation. Starfish Foundation is a new nonprofit with a passion to serve students in need in the Hamilton City Schools. We invest in one student at a time to eliminate financial barriers to success by paying school fees, helping with graduation fees, and other expenses that may be needed to make students successful. Let's root on the Joe's pitchers to 11 strikeouts to benefit tonight's nonprofit of the game.
Already 5 in the game for Josh Lazier as he'll give way to Dawson Hall. Josh Lazier will be the winning pitcher if the result holds. The Joe's bullpen trying to give him his 4th win of the season as results on his last 2 starts. Looking to make it 3 in a row. Dawson Hall will face Sam Newkirk to lead things off. First pitch pulled the string on him. Swung right over by Newkirk. Newkirk, who's kind of taken over for Jared Eaton's role as kind of the Joe's killer tonight. He's 2 for 2. That one bounces in.
Very, very, very different look, though, with
Yeah.
Dawson Hall. I mean, everything you could change about Josh Lazier, and that's Dawson Hall.
1-1 comes in. Dancing out of the way is Newkirk.
Lazier.
Taller.
Yeah, Lazier is he's not short, but
No.
shorter.
Yeah.
Hard-throwing righty.
5'11", I think he is. 2-1. That'll find the zone. I have his page up.
Yeah, and Dawson Hall is a breaking baller, more of an off-speed guy, left-hander, a lot taller on the mound.
Hunting for his first strikeout. The 2-2 swung on and missed in the dirt. Evan Ulrich will have to fire over to Parker Lester. He will do so without a hitch. And a 4-pitch strikeout, 5-pitch rather, to lead things off here in the 6th inning. Strikeout number 6 for these Joe's pitchers. Retires Newkirk for the first time tonight. We'll bring up Haskins. First time he'll see a lefty tonight. Kind of in the in-between stage here at Foundation Field. It's bright enough where the lights are not fully doing all the work as the first pitch in there. But the clouds are over and they're dark, so it's kind of dark, but it's kind of not.
There's a full sheet of clouds over the sky, though.
Sun still technically out as first pitch will miss upstairs. Yeah, forecast has been saying rain in the next hour for the last hour. You'll see no rain. Knock on wood. 1-1. That one's hit out of play. Hopefully the Joe's Mobile not in danger. It's already taken 1 dent from a
It's
similar.
in a different spot today. So.
Oh, it is, yes. Darrell was hitting the links today, so it was a little late.
A little late.
Didn't get his normal parking spot. Doesn't have an official one here at the park. It's a community field. The 1-2, big breaking ball. Almost over the head of Tyler Haskins.
He's got to get his mind right before he's the big coach.
Yeah.
Big assistant coach in a coaching role today. It's been about a month and a half since he's had to coach any baseball.
Yeah, you got to start getting back into that trend. Big swing and a miss, back-to-back Ks for Dawson Hall. Has come in, answered the call. Got back-to-back strikeouts to Newkirk, now Haskins. Picking up where Lazier left off. We get an update from Denison University as that first pitch to Woo's fouled off. The Licking County Settlers starting to give up their lead a little bit. Have given up 2 runs. They lead 6-2, but the Ice Haulers' offense is a powder keg.
It's prolific.
Yeah. The 0-1, big swing and a miss from Kyle Wu. Have to mention Kyle Wu's from Mercer Island almost every time he plays. Shout out to the Washington boys. It's the 0-2. Caught him looking. backwards K. Dawson Hall strikes out the side. A 0 with a bit of emphasis for Dawson Hall. We're right back. The Joes up 6-4. You're watching the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
7-8-9 for the Joes. Badlack, Stigler, and Konzak as the Joes are up by 2 here in the home half of the 6th. Joes looking to keep the offense rolling. It's kind of been a bit of a theme over the last couple of games that the offense has kind of died out of nowhere. So Clay Badlack will look to keep things rolling. He'll ground out to Kyle Wu to lead things off. One pitch went out once again. In danger of starting to give Etchison some more longevity as we kind of ran that pitch count up into the 70s in the 4th and the 5th. But just around 6 or 7 pitches to retire the Joes in the 5th. Now one pitch, one out to Badlack. And Stigler swinging on the first pitch. He'll foul that one out of play.
That is how the Joes had a lot of their success, though, in that big inning in the 4th. They did attack Etchison quite often early in at-bats.
The 0-1 set on the right field once again. But camped under it is Palad. Not going to be fooled once again. They say, fool me once, shame on you.
Won't get fooled again.
Yeah, fool me, won't get fooled again.
Shout out to Who. Big Who fan.
Yeah. Big George Bush fan. That's
Big
that
J.
that's
Cole
that,
fan?
That's that famous quote.
Big J. Cole fan.
Old saying. Texture. One out as Konzak tries to bunt his way on. We bunted foul. So an F9 to retire Stigler as Etchison creeps up into the 80 pitch mark. Konzak 1 for 2 tonight. Single and a ground out earlier that produced himself an RBI as that one's laced, but right into the glove of Tommy Rover, who was played a little bit to the left, almost shifting the opposite way on Konzak. Another quick inning for Etchison. Does not have to expend a lot of energy to get out of that one, but will move us to the 7th. You're watching the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
3-4-5 due up for the Scouts after Dawson Hall came in and did exactly what he was supposed to. Struck out the side in order, including a backwards K to Kyle Wu. Do the same here to Tommy Rovers. The first pitch just going to miss upstairs. Tried to open the door to the attic, was unsuccessful that time. A 1-0, fouled off. It does take a little extra to get to the attic sometimes. You know, you got to pull on that little string, and the ladder flips down, and I don't know, there might be monsters up there. So
there might be.
That's where ghosts like to hang. Is the 1-1 going to miss just inside?
That ball that he fouled off, it got off the side of the Joe's dugout and then around the netting through a gap that is probably 2 inches wide.
Big swing and a miss there. Moves the count 2-2 on Rover.
And Nick Wimmers didn't know what happened and spent about 30 seconds searching for the ball, and now he has gone back into the dugout and then come back out and is now looking in the corner for the ball.
Yeah, Daryl didn't know where it happened either. He's coming out to check it out as well. The 2-2, not getting him to chase that one's in the dirt.
Now they're consulting with fans. You guys really want the ball that bad, guys?
It's the magic ball. Shout out to all my Seinfeld fans. The magic loogie, it's the magic ball.
It was fouled off. Is that a good sign? It got a strike on the batter. Did something good for you.
The 3-2. Just going to miss low. And that's the first base runner allowed by Dawson Hall tonight. Get him that ball back. You want that ball back out there.
You want it back.
Yeah.
He's going to stick with the one he has now.
Leadoff base runner on, and Tommy Rover will bring up Ross Smith. Rover's already been caught once trying to steal. So that was against Lazier, who hums it up in the 90s. The first pitch to Smith will be off. 4-1.
No bunt sign on the third base side from Tim Cole.
Yeah, we have seen the Scouts not be afraid to bunt some runners over.
Absolutely. They're probably one of the more bunt-heavy teams in the league, especially in the South.
The 0-1 going to be bounced in. Good block by Evan Ulrich behind the dish. We'll keep Tommy Rover where he is.
And they're not really afraid to do it, it seems, in any situation.
Yeah.
We've seen them do it in situations like this, chasing 2 runs. We've seen them do it already with 1 out on the board to move a man over to second. They like to move runners in any way they can.
1-1. That's going to clip the outside corner as well. They did do that with Jared Eaton on deck, and obviously Jared Eaton is not here, who has been tearing the cover off the ball. Cannot say enough nice things about Jared Eaton. Is one of the nicest people I've met, and is probably one of the best baseball players in this league. Has left, so if he's watching the stream, shout out to you. Went back home. As that one, big swing and a miss. Fouled in the glove of Evan Ulrich, was unable to squeeze it. Would have loved to have that one for a big strikeout. But instead, Ross Smith with some new life. Tommy Rover over there at first. Tommy Rover now the new leader in active players in stolen bases on the Scouts team with 12. Was caught once as that one is going to be a pickoff move over to first. Has been caught once this season. Has been caught once this game, so moving that caught stealing tally up to 2. A decent size lead over there at first. Couple of looks, long pause from Dawson Hall. The 1-2 almost gets Ross Smith to chase off the plate.
Scouts going with a little trickery. Jared Eaton on the active roster. Got to keep him there. I know last year there were a couple Joe's stars that departed late, and the Joes kept them on the roster just as.
Yeah, you know, some mismatch nightmare. You think you might see it when you don't.
Yeah, Sam Klein did not pitch last year toward the end of the season. Was the Joe's ace, won the Pitcher of the Year award in the GLSCL South, but keep him on the roster. Keep him in other teams' minds, especially with a guy like Jared Eaton, very comparable in terms of his presence he's had all season long in this league.
Especially against the Joes. The Joes killer. There goes Rover, the 2-2 in the dirt. will bounce away from Evan Ulrich and will fill the count at 3-2. Tommy Rover, 13th stolen bag in the season. He'll hunt down Jared Eaton, who sat at 15. But that is a non-moving target. Ross Smith done a great job to move this ball count back to full. Tried to get him a chase a couple of times. The 3-2, tried to get him a chase again. Jumped out of the box, almost more than willing to get out of that box against Dawson Hall.
He check swung, and I think he just needed to get out, wanted to sell that as hard as he could. There was no appeal. I don't think he went around either, but
checked it through the elbow guard immediately over there and booked it down the line, was trying to get out before.
And now, do I even need to say this? I would be shocked if we don't get a bunt sign here.
I think we would. And there it is. Beautiful bunt from Jeffrey Hurd. Dawson Hall's going to field it, throw it over to Parker Lester. They'll call him safe. Everybody's safe, and the bases are now loaded. Tying run out there at second. Go ahead run at first. The Scouts cooking a little bit of their own here in the 7th. Infield single for Jeffrey Hurd, his first hit of the ball game. We'll bring up Nate Self. Six to 4 our scorer in the 7th. The first pitch now to Self right down the middle for strike one. Joes will bring the corners in quotations, as Andrew Patrick is about even with the bag. And Parker Lester's just in front of the runner, Jeffrey Hurd, over there at first. Middle infield just trying to turn something. Trade 2 outs for a run here. The 0-1 fouled to the backstop. Oh, shoot, we take a big strikeout here as well.
Could take that. Hall, no stranger, as you mentioned, struck out the side when he first came in the 6th. Looked poised to maybe start that here in this 7th, but then ended up just kind of getting battled back on, falling behind in a couple counts and walking 2 batters.
The 0-2. Try to get him a chase once again. Not good enough. This didn't even take the bat off his shoulders, did Nate Self. Nate Self over the plate for the Xenia Scouts, who trail by 2 to the Joes. Joes trying to keep things rolling as they kept putting up zeros. Dawson Hall trying to keep this score where it is. The 1-2. Hit out of play.
Balls returned to a large white pin, first base side. Thank you.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out for the Joes. We've seen these teams go back and forth every time we've played. Not a run scored since the 4th. We sit here in the 7th. 1-2, breaking ball, backwards K, got him. Just looking was Nate Self. Huge first step to Dawson Hall getting out of this inning unscathed.
Yeah, that's a big one for sure. And in the game where you're up 2, this now is allowing you to relax a little bit, as now you could get out of the inning with the ground ball.
You've mentioned how good of the arms have been around this infield, as the first pitch will miss low. 1 ball, no strikes to Matt Early. The beer batter on the night has only struck out once, struck out back in the 1st. Ground out to Clay in the 3rd and a walk in the 5th. His first time facing Dawson Hall. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Don't know what he's expecting on that one. Maybe a laser fastball. Might have been on time for that one, but way out in front. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's going to bounce in the dirt. Good block from Evan Ulrich. Can't gloss over how important a good catcher is in this time. Lock things, keep them in front. Especially giving your pitchers some confidence to throw some breaking balls here. 2-1 the count to Matt Early. He'll call time. Very close.
Very close.
Could have gone either way.
Interesting that Hall was able to somehow pull that back. At that point, I don't even know if you want to. You might want to just finish your pitching movement normally.
The 2-1. Big swing and a miss. Got him to chase off the plate. The train is rooting us on as it runs through Hamilton. Hear the train horns in the background.
85 miles an hour on that last one from Dawson Hall.
See if we can get him to chase again. Back-to-back. Look at Dawson Hall eyeing down back-to-back Ks. 1 out here in the inning. The base is loaded. Tying run out there at second for the Scouts. The 2-2. Tried to get him a chase in the dirt early. Not biting. The Scouts have been very disciplined to not chase that breaking ball here to Dawson Hall. Saw a couple of chases on that pitch from Leisure. But I guess the left-handy coming in on the righty. I guess looks a little bit better in that regard. The counts run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nowhere to put Matt Early. Set and the fire. That one will miss just low. A big bat flip from Early. As he will collect himself an RBI. Dawson Hall will walk in the 5th run of the game for the Scouts and move that go-ahead run just 90 feet closer. 3rd walk of the inning as we see Chase Opal run down from the bullpen.
Someone just moved into the bullpen.
I saw somebody throwing earlier, but I've just seen Chase run in full uniform and have his glove on. 3 walks in the inning from Dawson Hall.
And this has been a weird inning.
Yeah.
We got 3 walks, a strikeout, and a bunt single.
Nothing hit hard by any means. Maxton Pallad will stride up to the plate. He was 1 for 3. Single back in the second. Since then has Cade and grounded out to Andrew Patrick. Will once again bat against Dawson Hall. This is the last batter to not face Hall as he came in to face Newkirk in the 6th. Joe's clinging on to the 1-run lead. Big swing and a miss. 6-5 our score here in the 7th. Dawson Hall trying to wiggle himself off the hook. Has already done so with 1 strikeout to Nate Self. Needing a ball on the ground or another big strikeout to work his way towards keeping the Joes in the lead. 0-1. Just going to miss low. As the zone constricting a little bit on Dawson Hall, as it probably should with the 3 walks. Count even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Ross Smith at 3rd, Jeffrey Hurd at 2nd, Matt Early at 1st. Big swing and a miss once again. Pulled the string on that one, changing speeds, got the changeup at 79. Now looking down the barrel of a big strikeout here in the 7th. The 1-2. Hit to Badalak at shorts. Flip it over to Andrew Patrick, who will fake his throw back to the pitcher. Almost tried to get him on the hidden ball trick. Honestly, I thought that ball hit the ground, I'm not going to lie. such a low line drive. But an L6, take it either way. Out number 2. And Dawson Hall now just one pitch away from getting out of the inning. As now we've got double barrel action out there in the bullpen. 2 pitchers throwing.
Maybe the first time we've seen that all year.
Yeah. Sam Newkirk strives to the plate. 2 outs. First pitch to him in the dirt. Evan Ork able to corral it behind the dish.
And for Dawson Hall here, you just have to find the strike zone.
Yeah.
You can give up a ball in play. You can give up a ground ball. You can even give up a fly ball to the outfield now, but you cannot afford to get this into a late count, 3-ball count.
Especially with Haskins on deck. Big swing and a miss there.
Sandusky has clawed one back on Licking County. Now from the bottom of the 6th, it's 6-3, Settlers over Ice Haulers.
Chipping away like the Joes did. Steam having the off night tonight, so the Joes can climb one up by themselves. Long pause from Dawson, all going to provoke a time call from Newkirk.
I believe it may have started to rain here.
I saw a splash up on the press box.
Seen some umbrellas come out.
Big swing and a miss there, 1-2. Dawson Hall eyeing down the barrel of the smoking gun here in the 7th. 1 run across for the Scouts. And the base is still loaded. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Joes up by 1 in the 7th. Long pause from Dawson Hall. Here comes the 1-2. Big swing and a miss. Chasing upstairs is Newkirk. 2 strikeouts in the inning in a big fashion as Newkirk goes down on strikes for the 2nd time of the game in back-to-back innings. And Dawson Hall, with his best Houdini impression, gets out of the inning. The Joes still hang on to the lead. They lead 6-5. It's stretch time here in Hamilton. You're watching the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Bottom of the 7th, Walker Bridges immediately meeting Evan Etchison with a ball into left center field. Coming in on into field, it is Ross Smith. We have had a bit of chaos up here in the press box as everybody but me has ran down to go to the bathroom. Sam Hughes has now come back just in time. He'll record the pitch, and I think that's going to be the end of the day for Evan Etchison. As we saw Tim Cole point down to the bullpen. One pitch and 1 hit here in the 7th will retire Evan Etchison. We'll be right back with the new pitcher and his stats. The Joes are up 6-5. Knocking on the door here in the 7th. You're watching the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day, offering a diverse range of senior living services. Our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati, or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Peyton Neiman going to come on as we get word from our director of analytics to my left, Sam Muse, that Tim Cole was in the bathroom mid-inning as he went to the bathroom as well. So not sure if Etchison was supposed to even throw that pitch.
Oh, my
came
goodness.
out in just one pitch in the inning, but it's given way as we'll see a bunt attempt to pick off the temp, I suppose, from Neiman. Peyton Neiman, who played second yesterday, will square to bunt. That one's going to bounce away. Actually be called a late strike. I am going to be honest, I don't know if that strike is called on the bunt attempts or on the play. Or the pitch, rather. But regardless, 0-1 to Andrew Patrick. Did lay a bunt down his last time up, as that one will be missed low. Patrick 1 for 3 tonight. Fly out, single, and then an E3 where he tried to drag bunt.
The E3 was probably the biggest of all the hits, though. Came up and got that single in the third, but the E3, we talked about causing chaos.
As there goes Walker Bridges, a throw from his knees. That ball's in the center field. Ross Smith going to have to come in and fire to third. Walker Bridges here, the head first slide. That one gets away. No obstruction as Walker Bridges had to kind of fight Nate Self off of him, kind of dove on top. So an E2 will advance Walker Bridges to third. Does get the stolen base, though.
That's huge for the Joes after you gave up the one in the top of the seventh, but didn't really feel like you lost any of the momentum as despite pitching the bases loaded, Dawson Hall was able to escape as the scout's going to bring the infield in.
First pitch in there, or rather, count even 2-2.
So you'd love here if you're able to retain that momentum after a couple big strikeouts in the inning from Dawson Hall, and then you're also able to get that run back. That could be huge.
Infield is in. Is that 2-2 going to miss upstairs? Going to take a ball into the outfield to score Walker Bridges. Full count offering. That one's hit into center field. Ross Smith heading back. The camp under it. I think Walker Bridges is going to score easily. Ross Smith not going to get that ball in. Take his time.
Didn't even throw it.
Yeah, going to take his time on that one. Andrew Patrick with an RBI. Does what he does best. Hits balls into the outfield. Gets himself an RBI. And we'll bring up Parker Lester here with one out and nobody on.
Job done for Andrew Patrick. Anything you can get on top of this now is just gravy.
Might want to keep it still in safe situation for Chase Hopewell. He's still looking down that save lead. It's the first pitch to Parker Lester, going to miss off the plate.
There's a righty who was warming up in the Joe's bullpen who was not Chase Hopewell.
Yeah.
Maybe to come out for 1 inning in the 8th.
Get a hold. Parker Lester going to watch ball 2 down in the dirt.
We saw Chase come in a couple of nights ago in the loss against the Cincinnati Steam, but did not pitch much, just 2/3 of an inning, came in to escape a jam.
2-0 fouled off from Parker Lester. And we saw that Chase Hopewell had to pitch on back-to-back nights, pitched 1 inning through about 8 pitches in the All-Star game, and then had to come in as that one sit out in the left field. Hurd going to call everybody else off.
Did you delay Evan's start? All right.
The catcher, number 4.
A fly out to Parker Lester to make it 2 outs. We'll bring up Evan Ulrich, who's been a thorn in the side of the Scouts team all night. 2 for 2. 2 runs scored. His only time not on in F8. Sent that one out to Ross Smith. He'll swing and miss on the first pitch from Peyton Neiman. I was kind of talking to Newkirk after that one. I wonder if he was asking if that one breaks normally. That one's barreled in the left center field. Going back is Ross Smith. He'll make the catch as Jeffrey Hurd settles under it. Lost it all the way out there. My goodness, as the lights really get dim out there in the outfield. Evan Ulrich down as Peyton Neiman comes in. Gives up just the 1 run, but gets his 3 outs as we move to the 8th. We're right back. Joe's on top, 7-5. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network. Haskins going to lead things off as Newkirk was retired with the bases loaded as Dawson Hall was able to escape the jam and keep it where it is. The Joes did tack 1 across in the bottom half to essentially erase that run the Scouts scored. 7-5 our score here in the 8th. Dawson Hall still on for his 3rd inning of work. 2nd time through the lineup as he came in to face Newkirk back in the 6th. First pitch to Haskins, breaking ball. Clip in the outside corner for strike 1. Lefty on lefty matchup here from Haskins. Not a lot of lefties in this Scouts lineup. Have to take advantage of them when you can. One big swing and a miss there from Haskins. Back-to-back off speed as he went curveball and changeup. We'll see if he'll stay off or if he'll come back with the fastball here with 2 strikes. Long pause from Dawson Hall. Will provide a time call from Tyler Haskins. War of attrition out there. Dawson Hall still waiting now, coming out of the windup. The 0-2. Getting them to chase. They'll say yes, he did. Throw over to first won't matter as Evan Ulrich gets the throw over to first.
$500.
There it is.
Starfish Foundation of Hamilton, Ohio, $500.
A good cause, as two pitchers have combined to throw 11. 5 came from the starter Lazier, and now 6 from Dawson Hall.
Courtesy of CDP, our K-Zone. First time we've seen the K-Zone activate in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. As that one's chopped on the ground. Andrew Patrick firing over to his left. Will make the play for out number 2. Yeah, I haven't seen it in quite some time. I think the only time we got real close was when Chase Hopewell threw against the Settlers. And then I think when we were the nonprofit, I think we got close.
When we were the nonprofit, the Joes, we got it.
Yeah, oh, we did, yes.
Yeah. Got it a few times right in a row, I believe, during a long homestand.
That one's sent out in the right field. Coming over is Konzak. Don't have to move much. We'll retire the side. Dawson Hall, quick 1-2-3. Exactly what the Joes need to get us to the 9th inning. Maybe Chase Hopewell, who was dressed in uniform. We'll see what happens when that time comes. Bottom of the 8th coming up. The Joes up 7-5. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Cal Brazier going to lead things off. The Brazier, Clement, and Badalak due up here in the bottom of the 8th as the Joes try to tack on some insurance. First pitch to Cal, a breaking ball upstairs. Still Peyton Neiman on the mound for the Scouts. Big swing and a miss, chasing down low. Goes Cal Brazier. One ball, one strike to Cal. Already with one single today. We'll chase again in the dirt. Chasing that breaking ball with some regularity here in this at-bat. 7-5 our score. The 1-2. Breaking ball hit on the ground itself. Takes a weird hop up into the chest area. He'll fire across the diamond in time to retire Cal Brazier here to put one out in the 8th. And we'll bring up Bennett Clement. 2 RBIs. Is 1 for 3. Took a long time to get back into the box. I think was asking Cal what Neiman looks like. It's the first pitch will find the outside corner.
Nice slider there from Neiman. He is a position player.
Yeah, I believe we checked the first time we saw him on the mound is not officially a two-way, as Clement put the charge to that one high into the air. Coming over is everybody. Short, left, and third all converging. We'll come face-to-face with the Joes bullpen. The loud and rowdy, the mean and nasty Joes bullpen down that left field line. Licking County still holding on at Denison University against the Sandusky Ice Haulers. That score is still 6-3. Lima on top of the Grand Lake Mariners at Simmons Field at game 2-0. The other North game suspended to rain as Muskegon on top of Jetbox 4-1. Bennett Clement going to ground that one to Tommy Rover. Chopper. Rover low throw, but early able to record that one in time for out number 2. And both pitchers kind of trading some quick innings so far.
Just rain briefly here. It's interesting because both the games played at North Division Fields today, the one with Lima and Grand Lake at Simmons, and then, of course, the Muskegon Jetbox game have been suspended at some point.
First pitch to Clay fouled off.
The Lima Grand Lake game was delayed. That's why they're only in the bottom of the third right now. And then, obviously, the Muskegon Jetbox game was started but then halted. Thought we were going to get rain, but we're all right here in Hamilton so far.
1-1 now the count to Clay. Yeah, when you said rain at the beginning of the day,
yeah,
my phone said no rain. And then it eventually kind of crept in as the 1-1 bounces away. Computers and phones have said light rain for the next hour, and we did get maybe a couple droplets of rain as that one hit on the ground itself, fielded on the backhand, have to go the long way across the diamond. Will do so in time to retire Badalak. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Neiman. We'll bring it to go time for the Scouts. We'll see who comes out on the mound for the save opportunity here from Foundation Field. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network. Not going to see a new pitcher on the mound. Dawson Hall going to try to complete the 4-inning save. Came in the 6th. And has just given up 1 run off of 1 hit, 3 walks, and 6 Ks. He'll face Ross Smith to lead things off. A big swing and a miss to start things from him. Absolutely crucial for the Joes to only use 2 arms, especially with the steam coming in tomorrow, a couple off days, and then have everybody fresh for the 3 games you're going to play in a row next week. Is the pace going to miss in 1-1?
Yeah, if you're able to hold this result, you will move into playoff position for what that's worth, but it really doesn't mean a whole lot because the Steam have played 2 less games than the Joes as they are off again tonight.
1-1 finding the inside corner.
So what you really want would be for this result to hold and then to win again tomorrow going into the off day. That would put you in a really good position to at least continue to hold playoff position when you come out and start playing again.
The 1-2. Caught the inside corner. Backwards. Dawson Hall said, "Can I help you?" Ross Smith said, "No, I'm just looking." On the inside corner, a backwards K. 7 on the day so far for Dawson Hall as we get a new hitter on the mound, or hitter at the plate. Going to be Colby Ferris, number 23. Ferris, who had some great plays out in the field yesterday, coming to bat for Hurd in the 5-hole.
Was 0 for 3 at the plate, but did have a sacrifice bunt and a hit by pitch.
First pitch to him will miss low.
So some productive at-bats for him without the hit stat.
1 ball, no strikes. As the 1-0 will just miss off the plate. The Steam will play us tomorrow, and then I believe they play Monday, Tuesday against the Scouts.
Against the Scouts, yep.
And the Scouts will play 2 against us, as that one will find the inside corner. We'll play 2 against us, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, the Joes will head to Grady's Field to play a back-to-back in Xenia, as they've played here at Foundation Field the past 2 nights.
And then home again on
that Thursday.
And
then they'll have Friday, Saturday off, and then a game at Roselawn against the Cincinnati Steam on Sunday, which will be the final game of the regular season.
Joe's interns have taken it upon ourselves to make that intern weekend. Going to go see the Dayton Dragons on Friday, and then going to go see some FC Cincinnati, as that one's hit a mile into the air. Cal Brazier, or rather Parker Lester, going to range all the way over to the wall, but won't find it as that one's out of play. Now the count moves to 3-2.
And with the records as they are, and with things being so close atop the South Division, almost a weird way to root if you're a Joes fan is you almost kind of want the Steam and Scouts to split their series.
Every game, yeah. A 3-2 just off the outside corner. The umpire took a step back, and honestly, I thought he was going to ring him up. But Ferris will reach, comes in, and draws the walk. Will bring the tying run to the plate in the bat of Nate Self.
Joes have not turned a double play today, despite the bases being loaded, having the opportunity to multiple times.
I haven't seen a double play in quite some time, since before the All-Star break at least, as that one finds the inside corner.
Did hit into one today, but nothing defensively.
I suppose, yes, we did. I was going to say technically, but I thought that was the line out. The line out was
Lester
further.
grounded into the 6-3, but
yeah. The 0-1. That'll find the outside corner once again. Dawson Hall finding himself a groove here in the 9th. 7-5 our score here at Foundation Field. The Joes, who have battled their way back, answered every call to the bell the Scouts have rang tonight. Dawson Hall been very good out of the bullpen. A long pause. Here comes the 0-2. Just going to miss off the plate, despite the best efforts of Evan Ulrich behind the dish. Trying to frame that one to get a big punch out for his pitcher. 7 strikeouts on the ledger so far for Dawson Hall, who has 2 more than his counterpart Josh Lazier, as we get a pig-off move. Nothing doing over there from Ferris. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Joes would like a big double play ball to end this game in fashion. Jumping over there is Ferris, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chasing in the dirt is Nate Self. Another strikeout for Dawson Hall. Make it 8. One out away now from a 4-inning save. Honestly, something I never thought I'd see in my life, but have seen multiple 3-inning saves throughout this season. I guess that's just the nature of summer ball.
This would be, I believe, the first 4-inning save.
Yeah, will be the first 4. We've seen 2 3-inning saves.
2 3 innings from Zach Breeden and Tegan Bork.
Bouncing over there is Ferris. Likely not going, as his run, in quotations, does not matter. And that's a big swing and a miss from Matt Early. Is the beer batter, but I believe beer sales have stopped.
They have.
So a consolation beer batter. $1 off beer's first inning next game.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see how that rolls around. 0-1. Almost going to get him to chase off the plate, but nothing doing. This will be pitch number 70 for Dawson Hall. For you Reds fans, the Reds have tied the game in St. Louis 3-3. Presumably you're watching us instead of them, so thank you, I suppose. As that one will bounce low. Could have the multi-stream up as
The multi-screen.
the YouTube, could go on the phone or on the laptop, and the Reds game could go up.
Maybe there
or
are
vice versa.
some people who can't hear us right now.
Just watching the game,
They're maybe listening to the Reds game, watching us, or maybe watching the Reds, listening to us. Either way, we appreciate you.
We'd prefer you maybe listen to us. But you never know. 2 balls, 1 strike to Dawson Hall. That one will clip the outside corner. Matt Early not happy on that one. Tim Cole going to have to bite his tongue a little bit. He was ejected yesterday. Would not like to make it back-to-back days. I think I've seen him be a model citizen today. I don't think I've heard him speak one bit over there at third.
And even yesterday afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it. It was one of the nicest guys as the 2-2s fouled off.
Yeah, I mean, you could see after the game, and he's always someone that is incredibly respectful to all the staff here and everyone that he interacts with. And he was still cracking jokes with people that were dishing out the team meal yesterday and seemed to be in good enough spirits. I mean, his team did win after all.
That
but
probably helped.
Just seemed to, it never really carried over. I was very, very surprised to see that happen yesterday.
Even at 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Dawson Hall looking to lock things up, lock and key, and get his save. Threw it one to the backstop. So we'll delay it 1 more pitch.
Maybe. You don't want to put this guy on. Early could be the tying run potentially.
Typical broadcast, just a bit outside. The count's run full. The tying run is at the plate, and Matt Early, who's reached on back-to-back plate appearances, has walked in the 5th and the 7th. Eyeing down a walk here in the 9th. Dawson Hall trying to shut the door. A 3-2. Paint the outside corner, paint it black and red. A backwards K for Dawson Hall. And the Joes take a big, big win. That'll wrap things up here for the broadcast. 7-5 our score. Dawson Hall comes in with a 4-inning save. Josh Lazier, after not having the greatest start, will walk out victorious. Evan Edgson, your losing pitcher, as we will collect one of the players. We are not entirely sure. We'll give you a word in a couple minutes on who that is, but we will have the Casual Pint postgame show for you here in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. Luke Westpelly will have that for you. But for right now, you're watching the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Joes win 7-5.
Back here at Foundation Field, Joes win it 7-5 over the Xenia Scouts, joined alongside by Evan Ulrich, catcher today for the Joes. Evan, you went 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored in a game that seemed like it lacked so much energy for you guys early on as you trailed 4-0. What was it that provided you guys with that much-needed spark?
Just getting guys on and getting guys around. I mean, that's been our story all year. We've been a second-half team in the games, so kind of just getting that early spark of trying to get guys on and get guys around. It helped. We were doing jobs and seeing pitch as well. So.
Absolutely. So this win vaults you guys back into playoff position. Obviously, every single matchup going to be crucial this last week or so as we get down the stretch in this regular season. But you were a part of a similar thing last year where we had a tight race going down the finish. You're one of the few guys on this team that can say that. Is there any comparisons that you can draw between these 2 years that might allow you to have any sort of success in this final week as you make that playoff push?
Knowing that we got to win, we got to take every game at a time and just it's going to be a fight to the death every single game. So knowing that we got our backs against the wall, I feel like with this crew, every time we're pushed back against the wall, we always fight back. So I think knowing that we can be super aggressive against some of these teams that we got going on, and we've played against a bunch of these guys throughout the season. We're going on Game 5, Game 6, Game 7 against some of these teams. I think it's going to be a good showdown. But I think with all this crew we had, it's a little bit different than last year, but I think we got something cooking. So
absolutely. Well, it looks to be that way, certainly. Anything that you are personally looking forward to? Obviously, you've got a couple off days coming up, but anything that you personally are looking for in yourself or your team tomorrow and then also moving forward in this final week?
Definitely looking forward to a win, taking it back to the Steam after we had the walk-off loss against them. But I think it'll be good. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of fans out against the Steam. We usually do, but it's good to have a win back at home again, and it'll be nice that we got a couple off days going into that final stretch.
Absolutely, Evan. Well, congratulations on the win, a much-needed one for the Joes, back on the horse, and congrats on a great night.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So that was Evan Ulrich, once again 2 for 4 for him on the day with a pair of runs scored in a big Joes win, 7-5 the final over the Xenia Scouts here on this Thursday evening. Welcome back in my broadcast partner, Mr. Blake Griffin. Blake, this was a game that we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, it seemed like early on, as the Joes fell behind 4-0, but they just battled their way back. This is really some of the best grit we've seen from that team all year.
Yeah, for sure. It just seemed like a dogfight, and I'm going to be honest, at the beginning part of the game, I didn't think we had it in us because I thought we were just going to roll over. But answering the bell, getting up off the mat, and punching the Scouts right back after they punched us early to get the big win as we climb up the standings.
Absolutely. So take a look at those standings right now. The Joes are moving to 18-15, which moves them a half game over the Cincinnati Steam, who are 17-14. Licking County 19-13 right now, looking like they're going to hold on against the Sandusky Ice Haulers, but still time in that one, up 7-3 in the bottom of the 8th from Denison University. Xenia falling to 16-16, definitely still a chance, but it's really time for the Scouts to get going as they need to take care of business in this final week in a big way if they want to find themselves in the playoffs. Final line score of this one, Hamilton with 7 runs off 8 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on base for the Xenia Scouts. 5 runs off 7 hits, 3 errors, and the big number, 11 left on base for the Scouts in a day just riddled with missed opportunities, it seems, especially late when they kind of had chances, it seemed like, to get the momentum back a couple of times. They stranded bases loaded twice in this game, and it just really seemed like as soon as the Joes got going, they would get close, but were never quite able to push themselves back over the hump to retake that momentum.
Yeah, it looked a lot like the Joes have over the last losing streak or so, where we would get close, we wouldn't have that big hit to kind of break it over and break the floodgates open. Just good to see the Joes on the winning side of one of these.
Winning pitcher in this one, Josh Leisure. The starter went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, walked 4 and struck out 5. But, hey, it's not how you start. It's about how you finish. And, you know, the stat line's not going to look the prettiest in the world for Leisure by any means. But he gave his team a chance to win in this game by hanging some big zeros when they needed him to. And the team responded in a big way. Losing pitcher in this one was Evan Etchison, who went 6 innings, giving up 7 runs, but just 3 earned for the Scouts. for the starter out of Grace College. Save goes to Dawson Hall, who closed out for the Joes the final 4 innings, giving up just 1 run off 1 hit and striking out 9. Another big number in the strikeout column, 14 for the Joes staff as we see them kind of get back into early season form. What we saw a lot more from them at that point. This was a fast-moving game. Just seemed like we blinked and it was over. 2 hours and 18 minutes officially on the clock. Take a look around the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League this evening. Our game, the first to conclude in full 9-inning fashion. And then in the North Division, the Muskegon Clippers on top of Jetbox 4-1 when that game was suspended due to rain. Games continuing on. The Lima Locos leading the Grand Lake Mariners 4-0 from Simmons Field. Once again, that game was delayed due to rain. Its start was pushed back, so that game's in the top of the 4th. And from the bottom of the 8th, from Denison University, Licking County leading Sandusky 7-3. Tomorrow, a full slate of games on the docket around the GLSCL starting at 4:05 p.m. as the Richmond Jazz will host the Michigan Monarchs in the second set of the cross-divisional play between those two teams, and then a full slate at 7:05 as well from Bob Wren Stadium. The Licking County Settlers will head to play against the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Michigan Monarchs taking on the Richmond Jazz in Game 2 of the doubleheader, which is scheduled for 7:05 from McBride Stadium. Also, Jetbox taking on Royal Oak from Memorial Park Field at 7:05. Lima taking on Grand Lake as they will head south to take that matchup to Montgomery Field. And then, of course, we'll have our game as it's a rivalry renewed in a huge game between the Joes and the Cincinnati Steam. 7:05 start, as always, here from Foundation Field. Well, we're very, very excited for tomorrow, and we will contain as much of that and bring it in to the broadcast tomorrow night as we can. We hope to see you out here at Foundation Field. Once again, a 7:05 start as the Joes take on the Cincinnati Steam. Our coverage, as always, begins at 6:45. Blake and I will have the call of that one as the Joes look to get a big win and put themselves in good position heading into the off day. So that'll wrap up our coverage here from Foundation Field tonight. A very, very feel-good win for the Joes, who take it 7-5 over the Xenia Scouts in the final meeting between these two teams at Foundation Field this season. So for my great broadcast partner, Blake Griffin, everyone who makes it possible behind the scenes, I'd like to say thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Joes and Steam, it's a big one. Until then, Luke Westpoli saying so long.